YouTube, back with another video, part 3. Today I'ma get this Dakota, not Dakota, I don't know why I keep saying Dakota, this digital dash in. I'm gonna get this digital dash in, I'm gonna get the sensors in, and then we can go from there. Yeah, I pretty much got everything laid out like I need to. Let me turn this camera around. Okay, so I pretty much got everything laid out like I need to. I just need to put connectors on these ends. When I do stuff like this, I just go with the T connectors and the reason why I go with the T connectors is because it's just easier than just, like, say if you wanted to put everything back original or put a original dash back in there. He sell the car, somebody want to put a original dash back in there, it still got the harness. A lot of people cut the harness and then but connect them together, but I just use the T-tabs because it's easier. And then if you need to access it, or if you need to warranty it out, all you gotta do is unplug the connectors opposed to fucking cutting the connectors. And then, you know, if y'all know what I know, y'all know what I know. So we're pretty much about to get down and dirty with this thing, get that piece up there, get the cluster and everything back in there. Then I just gotta make sure I got the hardware for it, which I don't think I do. And by the hardware, I'm talking about the pieces that go here to get that thing to sit down in there. So I can't even find those. I'm gonna look in the other little baggie, but that was the bag for the dashboard bolts. But I didn't, the dashboard bolts and all of that stuff that was in there, but I didn't see them in there. So I don't know. Hopefully it's over here somewhere. I'll just pretty much have to look, man. Another day chasing the bag, man. But I'm gonna put that up there and get everything that I need as far as like the defrost. I don't know if his defrost work, but I'm gonna still plug that back up in there. The mirror, and then you got the cluster, and then you got this piece. So shit, let's see how it goes. Let's start getting this thing together so we can get this Dakota Digital in there. This digital dash in here, and see if we can start this thing up and get these gauges working like they're supposed to. So hopefully we can do this before the night falls. So let's roll.
Yo, we say respect it and check it, you niggas can rep it and step it. Ain't no tolerating bullshit when kid is in the pulpit. Young fly fellas got you jealous cause we so unique. You just an amateur, you still in the beginning seat. More than mentions where I be, we're born to roll. And DDB's the newest guys up in the street, we hosing down the P-release. It's such a blessing meeting paper chase ENT, cause my nigga Drew got DDB as an anomaly. We tighter than your chili beans, so get with it or get ghost like the smoke that's flowing from your chimney. So much hating from the enemy, your smile disguised as hella lies. I'm not surprised that you're labeled as
Okay, YouTube, I'm back. So I got the car jacked up, still doing some wiring up top and grounds at the bottom. Next I'm going to take the temp sensor out and then the oil sensor off at the bottom. I got the transmission plugs running down there. I got the oil plugs running down, the oil lines, the oil power and ground switch going down there. And then I just gotta I don't got no green wire, so I might end up just bringing a yellow one out here and just putting some loom on it so that you can't tell. But I got that wire to run for the temp. I had to do some power probing because he's got a alternate gauge right here, but all the wires is like, you got power and then you got some other stuff hooked up here, so I don't I don't know. I think I traced one of them all the way back, which is this black one, but the original wire is pink. So I don't know if they ran this one all the way back. So I'm just kind of troubleshooting right now. This is what begins to be like a hassle too, like when you got alternate gauges and don't none of the wires colors match up. You pretty much got a power probe, and it's just a matter of problem solving. Like this is why, like, sometimes when I do wiring, I charge by the hour, because you just never know, especially when you got wires everywhere. You just never know what wire is what. I mean, you got hella red ones, you got hella black ones, you got speaker wire, you got a lot of stuff going on here. So hopefully we narrow it down, but I'm gonna just focus on that last. I focus on the bigger problem last. So I'm pretty much finishing up doing some wiring. I thought I had this thing on time lapse, but the phone had failed while I was up under here. So man, I'm gonna just keep at it. I might put it on time lapse, I might not. Let's go.
Meeting after meeting, call after call, climb after climb, fall after fall. That's the process you go through to get it all. Even when I fell short, I stood tall. Ball out, remember days I would call out. Yeah, put my last job in, went all out. They say I'm a star now, really walk the walk, I'm pretty far now. Really running shit, don't need a car now. Came up, bitch, I smoke weed out the jar.
Okay, YouTube, I'm back. So I got the temp sensor gauge, and granted, I gotta put these wires up like they're supposed to be. So let me tighten that. I'm gonna tighten that down some more. He just came.
He left though?
No, he in the house.
Not having his garage door open.
I don't know, but I got the temp sensor hooked up. Down there I have, let me turn this light on. Down there I have the oil hooked up. I got the transmission plug hooked up, and I got all this other stuff hooked up as well. All my wiring back here running accordingly. I just gotta button up everything, but it's time to start this thing up and see what we got. So bear with me for a minute, y'all. Okay, so the key, link this thing. We got the gauges. So let me see. I'm about to start this thing up. Oh. Okay, so we got RPMs, we got voltage, we got oil, we got temperature, we got fuel. Now the miles per hour, the way we check that is, that motherfucker popping, boy. Shit. The way we check that is, I'm gonna lift the differential up, put it in gear, and we're gonna see if we got it. Motherfucker, you can tell that bitch got a big ass cam in it. Tell this motherfucker got a big ass cam in it.
Sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
That motherfucker sounds good. 3-inch pipe. That bitch popping popcorn for real. But we gonna lift the differential up. I'ma throw it in gear and then see what we get and see if the mouse per hour, if it is, everything else can be tightened up. I can button my wires up and everything like that. So we gonna shut it off for a minute. That motherfucker sound good. So we go lift the differential up and we gonna throw it in gear. Throw it in gear and see what we get. That motherfucker sound good. But I'll cut y'all back on in a minute. Okay, so before we do that, let's get these signals checked and make sure everything going like it's supposed to. That's the right blinker. Is that the right one? Make sure this shit working in the back. Okay, the left one. Left blinker. Left blinker in the back. And then hazards. The hazards in the front. And then hazards in the back. So that's working. So let me get this differential. Get this differential together and I'll cut y'all back on. Sheesh. Okay, y'all, so I'm back. So I got it popped up in the air with the jack. Tires is up out the ground. So this is how I check the miles per hour. So we're gonna start it up. Now we're gonna throw this boy in gear. It needs to be. Boom. And that's the digital dash. That is the digital dash hooked up. Oh shit. So now all I gotta do now is button up all my wires. Hopefully I can get that done before it get dark outside. And shit, nigga, we pretty much goddamn done. The wires up under here, I'm gonna do loom on that one so you can't see the green wire, and then I'm gonna throw some loom on the one that I did at the bottom, and then from the top, on top of the transmission for the rest of the stuff. But I gotta grab some loom. I think I'm gonna order some tonight. But man, that's pretty much it, man. That was pretty much the hardest part, was wiring that up. Everything else is pretty much be a go. And shit, man, that's that. So shit, this is the digital dash install and wiring process. As far as wiring it up, which I didn't go step by step, but you got instructions. It's pretty much self-explanatory, and then you just go by the plug. I looked up the diagram. Google give you everything. I looked up the diagram, knew what wires to tee off. And then as far as the temp sensor, like I said, the temperature sensor on here, I did the new gauges, and then I screwed the one off the bottom of there on the oil switch, and it was pretty much signal and ground, and then that ran up to the back of the gauge, And then of course that one ran from here to the back of the gauge. And the transmission one, I showed y'all that piece. It just screws into the transmission, 3 wires, power, ground, and signal. So wired that up, and of course that went to the back of the gauge. So that went that gauge, the digital gauge, that's pretty much kind of simple to hook up. I mean, all of them are simple, because of course you get the instructions and step by step. And then I'm gonna drill these into the faceplate. So this gives you your kilometers, and then miles per, and then miles that's on the motor or that's on the gauge. And then this one gives you, I think, the kilometers, no, or I guess it's the trip miles. So you got the trip miles, and then the other little guide that you go through as far as like setting like 8-cylinder, if you want to change the RPMs and shit like that. So I'll have that visible on the little faceplate once I get that on there. But that's gonna be on another video, so I might just tap them in the corners, or tap them like down here at the bottom where it'll be easy access. But shit, man, that's it, man. Another little task complete. So shit, little by little, this is how I do my projects. When I did this one, it's the same process. Me going to work, getting off, doing a little bit. It was better when it got dark at like 8 o'clock, 8:30, because I had more time to work on it. But shit, it's damn near like 5:30 now, and shit, it's already dark out here. But hey, that's what it come with, bruh. But shit, I can tighten this shit up, and shit, I'm out.